Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Problem Solved. Today I have my 2004 Honda Civic Si. I'm going to show you how easy it is to do a cabin filter replacement. That's the inside air filters. They basically control the ventilation, filtering of the ventilation system in your car. There's two clips on the inside of the glove box. This is how it is on the Civic, and I think most cars it'd be very similar. So look up your car, your vehicle, and see what the procedure is to change the air filter, the interior cabin filters. You could do it yourself. It's real simple. These clips just pop in. You could see the way that they're actually attached. They just have two tabs. Putting pressure towards the inside of the glove box will release the clips. You have to apply a little bit of pressure up on the glove box because it is hanging, so that's putting weight on them, which is what actually keeps it from, falling completely open. While you're doing this, though, you have to keep in mind it will fall at some point. So I emptied mine. That's what the clip looks like. It has like a rubber roller to protect the glove box. I guess when you feel it bounce open. The newer cars don't really have a similar mechanism. I think they open up pretty softly, but you have to remove the clips on both sides. I'm doing the right side now, and once you release the second clip, the glove box will fall completely wide open and empty anything in it. I cleaned mine out, good enough for the video, just to show you guys. But once it's open, you do completely open the glove box, let it fall to the floor or as far as it goes, and if you look in above it, you'll see that's where the cabin filters are located. There's a little latch release, and if you open that hatch, inside of there's two trays. This is the way it is on the Civic. Those trays actually contain the cabin filters. So there's two trays, and they even show the airflow. You're going to match the airflow on your filter to the arrow of the airflow on these trays when you reinstall them. And they simply just slide out. Now the first one doesn't slide out in a groove. It's kind of just in its spot. The second one is in a groove. As you could see, I got like a squirrel or something living in here, it looks like. I knew it was way overdue, but that's what you're looking at if you haven't done it in a while. And if you start smelling stale, rotten air in your car, that's most likely the problem, and that's the culprit, and you could very simply solve that problem. So that was the first filter, and as you can see, there's a second filter on the right side. I just slid that one out, and that one's even worse, loaded. It's kind of embarrassing that I let it go this long, but I've been using the car rarely, and that's just the way things go. I knew I had to do it, and now I'm doing it. So I figured I'd make this video, show you guys, so you can do it yourself too. Save some money and gain some knowledge. So I'm showing you there the filter airflow. I'm showing you the left and the right. I'm keeping them in the orientation that they came out, so you can't really screw it up. You should do the same. This is the new filter here, and the new filter, I'll show you. It's gonna have printed, most likely they all should have printed on the side of it the airflow and the direction of the airflow. So we look at the new ones, and it's printed right there, the airflow with the arrows going down. That's just the way I'm holding them, but you want the arrows to be facing the same way as on the trays, the air filter or cabin filter trays. So if my arrow's facing down, I want to place the brand new cabin filter with the airflow arrow going down. And you simply put them back in the spot where they came out of. That's one side. Make sure that they're in evenly. They're flush, no gaps anywhere. If you ordered the right ones, they'll fit. And you do the other side. You tap out any debris that might be stuck in the tray itself. Again, align the arrows matching the airflow direction, insert them into the tray, and then we'll reinstall the same way that they came out. We're going to reverse the order. Very simple, quick. You could do it yourself, save some money. I know they like to rip you off at shops for doing stuff like this, but once you do it, it might take you long the first time, but then as long as you own the car, you take care of that. It's savings over and over again. So as I was saying, insert the side that came out last. That goes in first because we're reversing the order. You can see it's not completely pushed down there, but as I'm inserting it into the spot, it'll level out and go flush. And once it's in the groove, you can see the direction. These actually had printed the arrow direction of which side goes where, which tray goes in which spot. That other one had a right arrow on it to remind you that that's the right side. I just know that from experience doing this before. And once you install the second one, you gotta make sure that's slid in and up, and then you just reinstall the hatch, the little hatch door. Here it is there. You know, it's all air sealed. I mean, it's not airtight, but it's sealed pretty good. Has some weather stripping or something around it, so make sure you put the tabs, you know, align the tabs properly, put the tabs in, make sure it looks straight before you force anything on. And if it is aligned properly, which mine wasn't, it'll go on nice and smooth. So these tabs have to go into the holes, or else the clip won't it won't clip tight. And that's that. Once that's clipped, all we have to do next is the clips that hold the glove box door from falling open. The little bit of a trick to this is those rubber ends on these latches here, or the rubber stops, they grab inside there, and you have to, so you see that slot there? They have to be inside. You have to put pressure on the door, like close the glove box door a little bit, and then insert these rubber stops, or else the door will just flop open. It won't be resting on the spot where it's supposed to rest in order to keep the door from falling wide open. So you want to put enough pressure up and like close the door and insert it until it catches. And when you feel it, you know, that it caught in the spot that it's going to hold, then you simply just apply pressure to clip it in. I could see that one side, I just tested it, it's holding. So as long as it's holding, that side's good. You could see right there on this side what I'm talking about. If you apply pressure up a little bit, you'll get the door in the right position so that it'll hold once it's completely installed and inserted and clipped in where it belongs. So again, you have to apply the pressure up, like close the door a little bit on the glove box, and then insert the rubber stop where it belongs, and then clip it on in the right position. And once it's clipped in, you're all set. You can just test it. Make sure the door doesn't drop wide open. If it doesn't, then you did it right. Just pop that right on. And then you could put whatever you had taken out of your glove box back in. Close the door and make sure it stops when it's opened. And that's really all there is to it. You probably saved, I don't know what they charge now, could be 50, 60 bucks. You get the air filters, the cabin filter replacements, anywhere from 15, 20. Maybe you find it cheaper. Maybe they charge more. But it's a simple fix, and I just want to show you, those are the vents there on the inside of the car, and this is the outside. When you see stuff collecting there, that's where you're going to get that debris and pollen and leaves and stuff gets sucked in through there. That's the air vents from the outside air, and it'll start rotting and smelling inside your car. So I hope this video helped you. Thanks again for watching another edition of Problem Solved. Pound that subscribe button so I could keep making them for you. And thanks again. Have a great one.